and our children's children. We will get this country back.
All right, everybody, keep the round of applause going. Thanks, Jackie. Always good to know our lives. For all the people that have just rocked up, my name's Dizzy. I'm going to be your MC for today. We have a lot of speeches. We're going to try and keep them to 5-minute minimums and move it on. We still have people rolling in from the march. That's how big this is. That's how huge this movement is. If everyone in the front of the turns around, have a look at the amount of like-minded people here that are standing for what we believe in. We are one. We are united. And we will never be defeated.
Victoria unstoppable! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! To raise your voices. You want to be accounted for. You want to take a stand. And you want to send a message that we are not okay with any of this. A person's vaccination status has become a civil rights issue. Such actions are against the very deep notion of individual freedom and autonomy. And there's a deep concern for the generations to come. The longer these mandates continue, the more we are cementing the autonomy of medical choice as an acceptable form of discrimination. So beyond all of this, we have such an opportunity like never before to create our own solutions. And during this time of transition, and I call it a transition because it is only for a moment.
The world has never known a global uprising as we have it today. An ascension. When Rosa Parks refused to give her bus seat up, it was December 20, 1956, and yet the famous "I have a dream" speech delivered by Martin Luther King was not until 1963, almost 7 years later. And then we had the Civil Rights Act was enacted, voting rights, 1965. So politics runs downstream of culture, right? Perhaps the medium of this flow is thick and oozy and slow sometimes. Section 127, probably not many of you here would know about this. Section 127 of the Constitution provided that in reckoning the numbers of people of the Commonwealth or of a state or other part of the Commonwealth, Aboriginal natives shall not be counted. Does that sound familiar? Shall not be counted, segregated, divided. Sound familiar? This meant that Aboriginal Torres Strait Islanders, they weren't recognised as part of the Australian population. The states enacted Aboriginal Protection Acts, which gave them the right to remove children from their families. Something about what we're doing here today, starting a fire. I shouldn't say that too loudly. They might get me on arson charges. I want to know, are all you people in this for the long haul? Fully sick, I see. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Are you in this for the long haul? I tell you what, we've got some things coming. We've got some things coming, another stream. Who knows whether this is our last legal protest for a while. So I'm going to try and wrap this up quickly here. Pain and resilience is what I've been talking about here. And that's why we're here today, because the ascension continues. We make strides every day.
We've got the criminal charges in the public domain for Daniel Andrews on the 17th of December! Do you want to send a message to Ben to tell his father Brian Shaw we need him next Saturday on this platform? I'm taking people to court and we're cancelling their arrest fines and their warrants, and their taxes, and we are helping people like this courageous woman here, and we're helping Karen Bunnings from being attacked by the police, and we're winning in court, and I'm helping Nick Patterson, a hero, with his $55 million claim against his arrest by that criminal Dan Andrews. Please go to that website. It is your right to get that criminal charge out to everybody you know. www.jesusislord.melbourne. And thank you to the Shaw family for standing up and giving us a remedy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you soon.
My wife is right in front of me here, and I have a confession to make. She is beautiful, you're dead right. You better increase that distance, mate. You better just take a step backwards there. Babe, the money for that sound system, it came out of our savings account. But as I look at this beautiful sight, this sea of people, I know that behind every one of your faces is a story. Many of you have shared your story with me by email or on Facebook messages, and I'm grateful for that. Some of your stories have been very hard for me to read, and are even harder for you to live. Many of you have felt like you're losing your mind because you're hurting so much and it feels like you're alone and no one else understands. Look around you. There are people who understand what you're going through. There are people who care about what you've been through. Look around you because you are not alone anymore. We have endured 18 months of an abusive relationship as Daniel Andrews has gaslighted us and has tried to control us, but we are saying no, no more. We are done, and together we are reshaping the future of Victoria. In the last week, we have seen the two biggest political rallies in Australian history, and you can say that you did that. This week, four MPs have announced their retirement from politics, and there are more to come. You did that. That was you. This week, Daniel Andrews has tried desperately to do a deal to pass his enabling act, and if you heard him on the news last night, he was sounding pretty flat. He's losing, we're winning, and you did that! Daniel's fair weather friends are deserting him. People don't want to be associated with him. His past is coming back to bite him, and his grip on power is starting to slip. You did that! We won't stop until this job is done. No one is fit to hold the power that Daniel Andrews tried to give himself. I'm not, you're not, Daniel Andrews isn't even fit to run a hot dog stand. He says, I don't recall. Guess what, Dan? We will never forget. Nor will we ever forget the crossbenchers who stand their ground and do what is right and deny Daniel Andrews the power that he so desperately seeks. We will never forget you. I get a lot of heartbreaking messages, but I get some beautiful ones as well. This is an email I received after my speech at last week's rally. It says, after last Saturday, I got home. This is from a mother. I put my feet up and I said to my 6-year-old son, you must watch this. And I showed him your speech. And he had it on repeat so many times that I almost got sick of hearing your voice. I don't blame you, I'm sick of it, trust me. Long story short, he's always been a highly intuitive, empathetic, sensitive soul worried about what is next with Dan. And I put him to bed every night with a kiss, and that night he said to me, Mummy, we are the captains now. Hope is rising! oversized ears, but we won't stop there. We will hold politicians and bureaucrats accountable, but we won't stop there. We will not stop until Victoria is the place to be free. And when this battle is won, and it will be won, don't walk away from the war for freedom. This is just a battle. We need you. There are 2 elections next year, one federal, one state, and we need you to stay engaged, to support freedom-friendly minor parties, to become members, to volunteer, to stand on polling booths, to become a candidate even. You may be wondering, what difference will I make if I go along? I'm just one person. Well, you're just one person here as well. But look at us. We're all here as just one person, but together we become history in the making. Together we change the future, and together we will turn the state of Victoria into the place to be free.
Of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every state advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come, we share our dreams, and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. Stand up, can you lift your hands up? Stand up, let me lift your hands up. Stand up, they want us to give up, but we ain't backing down, no, we ain't backing down. Got us lifting up our hands in the air. Stand